My wife and I have been together for 17 years and have 2 kids under the age of 10. We have been going through a rough patch for about the last year. Mainly around her starting perimenopause, her midlife/identity crisis about being unhappy and unfulfilled in her life, her feeling codependent on me, and my reactions to all of this. It seems like everything I do is received with a negative bias with her. I feel like our marriage is crumbling. There is a lack of affection on her part, lack of emotional intimacy from her, and I just feel like I have been othered from her inner world, when we used to be able to talk about anything and everything. We used to have a very solid marriage. We are both in therapy, her to help manage this transition in our lives, me mostly to help cope with her hormonal shifts, DGAF attitude, independence seeking, and some of my own insecurities. We have had some major fallouts and it just feels like our communication is broken. Her own therapist has recommended that I join her for a few sessions, to which I would be in favor of. To which she has told her therapist that she is not ready for. I have approached her several times about starting couples therapy to help right the ship on our marriage, to which she has responded that she isn't ready, or it feels like she has to choose between working on herself or working on us. Which I have tried to reassure her that I want her to continue working on her own issues, but that we just need to also show some intention toward our marriage. Recently my own therapist had requested that it would be helpful for her to come and see him one-on-one for a session so that she could give him her take on our situation and problems, as he is only hearing one side of the story. Wants to better know our situation and my wife's thoughts on it all. I thought this was a great idea, and I asked my wife about it. She seemed very hesitant on the idea, but would think it over. I am a bit desperate here and I decided to reach out to her best friend, who lives in another state and this I don't have much of a relationship with. I know my wife talks to her best friend about anything and everything, to the point where she has trouble making decisions with her friend's input or at least to bounce things off of. So I reached out to her for help and simple asked her to support me on this matter and encourage my wife to go see my therapist if she brings it up. Her friend got pissed at me for going behind my wife's back without her knowledge on this issue. I told her I don't need my wife's permission to ask her friend for help. We both love and care about my wife. That I didn't ask her to persuade or manipulate my wife, or to even bring up the issue independently. Just want her to support my wife and our marriage in this dark time. She gave me a long spiel about how she wasn't going to pressure my wife for something she isn't ready for, and how we both need to do our own inner work before addressing our marriage. That just pisses me off, not her place to determine that. Tells me that we have to work this out directly and that it's not her place to get involved. Except she is involved as she is my wife's trusted confidant. Well, she immediately tells my wife about this exchange, and reads me the riot act about how she is loyal to her friend's happiness only and not our marriage. How stupid I am for even thinking she would go along with something like this. Acted like I betrayed my wife. Truly just blew the whole thing up in my face. My wife is now pissed at me, saying that I took away her agency. Which I don't think I did at all, she could make whatever choice she wants. That I should never contact her best friend behind her back. My wife asked me how I would feel if she did the same thing. I honestly told her that I would be thrilled about it, it would tell me that she actually really cares about us, and I said my best friend would have felt honored to help her in any way he possibly could as long as it wasn't working against me. I told her I understand how this upsets her and that I am sorry she had to learn about it this way, but that I was feeling desperate about the condition of our marriage. I acted out of impulse, but my intent was pure and for that I am not sorry I did it. I knew there was a chance of this happening, but I told myself to have courage and ask the one person in the world that she trusts the most for some help. I told her that I am simply not going to be shamed for asking her friend to help out marriage. Her friend's reaction to me reaching out for help is disappointing, but I can't control it.